Okay, this is something I need to ask you, and maybe Justin here as well. What is the origin of the chili dog? Why does he eat chili dogs?
I think it started with Sonic 2. Remember in Casino Night, you could like bounce on the chili dogs, and they went like green, yellow to red. And I want to say one of the manuals, like the Sonic 1 manual in Japan or something like that, I don't remember, said that he likes chili dogs. And then they were featured in the stage, and I think like the Archie comic and Saturday AM just kind of took that and ran with it.
So wait a minute, you're saying that it's in the Casino Night Zone, that there's a chili dog sequence? I don't even remember this.
Where like you're like falling down some of the pinball tables, and there's like the 3 chili dogs, and as you bounce on them, they turn from red to yellow to green. Or I'm sorry, from green, yellow to red.
What were you going to say, Mark?
Those are not chili dogs, sir. Those are like neon. There's like neon lights, man.
They're not chili dogs. They're neon lights.
No, they're not chili dogs. They're just like little neon bumpers that they change color. Like a Sonic.
Oh, I thought those were chili dogs because they have the.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they do look like chili dogs.
Because they have the grill marks, and they have like the middle one is like extends longer than the other ones.
No.
Maybe that's
we got to ask the developers, Mark. We got to ask them.
Yeah, where's Craig? I'm gonna get him back on here, but
yeah, get him on.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Sonic Historian. I'm your host, Radrey, and I'm joined today by my co-host, Mark. And today in our show is Treasure Hunting Sonic. Justin, Treasure Hunting Sonic, has one of the biggest collections of Sonic the Hedgehog on the internet. You may have seen them on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. But here at Sonic Historian, we want to know, what is Justin's history? What started him and his collection? So, Justin, can you tell us a little bit about how it all began?
First time I ever played Sonic was at Target. It was just after Sonic and Knuckles came out, and I played it on a Genesis kiosk they had set up there in the store in the electronics department. You remember those, right?
Yeah, of course.
And I hated
it. Wait, you hated it?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to get through the loop. I thought you had to like rotate the D-pad and stuff, and I wasn't getting it. I couldn't even get through the loop, so I was like, this sucks, and I walked away. And,
that was your first introduction? Okay.
It was. And then I went over to I was like 5. I was 5. And I went over to my friend's house. One of my next door neighbor had Sonic 3 on his Genesis, and I went over there. I want to say it was like a couple weeks, maybe a couple months later. I don't remember now. And I played Sonic 3, and I figured out you just had to hold right to go through the loop, gain the momentum and the speed. And I played through the game, and I loved it.
This was just Sonic 3.
All of Sonic 3?
Yes. At Target was Sonic and Knuckles. It was Mushroom Hill.
Okay.
And then Sonic 3 was with my friend.
Wow. So it all kind of started from there.
Yep.
So did you end up buying a Genesis right afterwards?
I actually already had a Genesis, believe it or not. I played the Genesis kiosk in Sears, and I played The Lion King, and I loved it. So I basically begged for...
You loved The Lion King, we didn't like Sonic.
Yeah. So
the Lion King game is like actually very unforgiving, and like one of the most frustrating experiences I've had.
I couldn't get through the first loop in Sonic and Knuckles, but I got pretty far in Lion King.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't actually finish Lion King until I was like 17, but I digress. But yeah, if like my friend didn't actually have Sonic 3 and invite me over to play it, I might think Sonic sucks now because I could never get through that first loop.
Huh.
But
wow.
The Sega Genesis, I mean, for the most part, most people's first experience with the Genesis is based on Sonic, since it was a pack-in title, whether it be Sonic 1 or Sonic 2. How did you not get a chance to play Sonic prior to that?
The pack-in game for mine was Lion King.
Really?
Yeah, there was a special edition release that year. It was in like a jungle-looking box, and it came with Lion King.
I think I remember this. They actually had a Disney campaign where had a pack-in Disney game with each Genesis. So there was an Aladdin version as well.
There was. That was actually another game I got pretty pretty quickly after Lion King. I'm trying to think of some other games I played early on. I can't really remember now. I did have Sega Channel at one point.
Whoa.
Yeah, not too many people had that.
You still have that? Sega Channel?
No.
No? Okay.
Well, it's not exactly around anymore, but yeah, I did. I had the Sega Channel at one point.
Oh, you did?
I did, yeah.
Congratulations, you're one of the 5 of us.
Cool. Yeah.
So after that, I was at Toys R Us in February of 1995. It was around my 6th birthday. I was spending money that I got for my 6th birthday. And we were in Toys R Us, and do you guys remember Beast Wars Transformers?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where they were all animals. So I was like really big into that at the time, and I was buying all the action figures. I think I had like, $20, and like the regular figures were like $5 or $6, and the big deluxe ones were, $10, where, I guess as today they'd be like 30 or 40. But I remember looking at them, and my mom was actually behind me, and I seriously remember this. She said, "Isn't this that?" She said, "Isn't this from that game you're always playing?" And I turned around, and she was holding Sonic issue 19 from the Archie comics.
That's a good one.
And I was like, "Yeah, it is." And she's like, "You want that one?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I got that with my money, and then I went home and read it. And I actually remember going into the yellow pages. Remember phone books?
I do remember these things.
Yeah, a lot of people now probably don't.
Yeah, that's true. You're a Zoomer.
Yeah. And I remember looking up like local comic shops that same day and calling quite a few. And there was a local comic store called Hooked on Comics, and they told me they had some. So I remember the next day my mom took me over there, and just like walking up, like before we even got in the door, I remember seeing through the glass issue 18, which came out the month prior.
So this was circa like 1995 or so?
Yes, that one was from January 95. And I remember being real surprised, because remember how the Archie Comics had a lot of the Saturday AM characters?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the front of it, it was Sonic and Sally, and they were wearing a tuxedo and a wedding dress.
Oh, I remember
running up to it and like, what the hell? And spoiler alert, they didn't get married, but yeah.
Yeah.
Issue 19, I believe, is the cover that has all the different like multiverse Sonics or something.
Yes.
Yep, that's it.
I remember that one. All right. So I was same generation here, obviously. So yeah, I think I have issues 1 through 30 in my parents' house. So yeah, around the same time period that we both grew up in, right? So. And
I don't know if you guys have seen like the videos. I need to make a more recent walkthrough of my collection. The first one I did was when it was still brand new, but or when I first moved into the house over a year ago. But on the door to the classic Sonic room, I actually have the issue hanging in the middle of the door, and then on each side is like the original color. I don't even know what they're called, like color testing pages, color test pages for the issue.
Right. They did kind of like a contest, or what do they call it? A raffle of some kind, where like they had a bunch of people where if you could color in some of the Sonic comics, they would give you a prize, or they'd post it, or I forgot exactly what the incentive was, or whatever they gave you. Was that what you're talking about?
They did have that, but these are not from that. I actually bought these from the guy who actually like colored the cover.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Can I ask who that is?
Barry Grossman. He actually has an eBay page, and he's been selling a lot of his original art.
Really?
Yeah. So I actually bought those fairly recently. I want to say that was like 4 or 5 months ago. And, I still want to find an original page from that issue. But the guy that drew most of that issue doesn't really sell a lot of his stuff. One day I might find the original cover. Who knows?
So who's the person who made the original cover that you're saying isn't really selling them? I mean, since this is the historian podcast, since we do our history.
Was it? I can't remember off the top of my head. It was...
Well, there's so many people involved in that comic, so yeah, I'd understand.
Dave Manick.
Dave Manick. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like his style. What do you think about that, Mark? You like that? I mean, besides...
I do, yeah.
It's kind of like this... I guess you could call it the very Archie Sonic, the archiest of Archie Sonic, where he looks more like one of the, Betty and Veronica kind of characters.
Yep, exactly. And I know, like Art Mulhenny. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He did a lot of the issues, and he also drew the those Sonic books that came out in the '90s, the Secret Admirer and Shoes Blues. But he doesn't really sell any of his stuff. And then, obviously, like people like Spaz, they don't sell their stuff. Unless another collector ended up getting them somehow. And then Scott Shaw, who basically was the first artist on the comic, he drew issue 0 and all those first couple issues. He sells his stuff online. I know his son has an eBay page, but every page he sells, like the bare minimum is $500.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Shoes Blues was the. I was like the Golden Back children's book.
Yep.
So I do have a copy of that.
Yeah, and those Scott Shaw pages, I would really like to have one. I don't know. I might buy one day, but I know a couple of pages from issue 0 went, I want to say 2 years ago, for in the thousands. I know there's a page on there. Yeah, okay. I know there's a page I've been watching on there from issue 2, I believe it is, for 500. I mean, I might buy it one day if it's still there, but.
Yeah, I'll tell you what regret is. I used to have all those, and then I traded them all in.
Yeah.
I had the DVD of Sat Am as well. Somebody donated that to our the video rental store I was working at as well.
Really?
Yeah. And now that's like what? You can only get one for like $100 or something on Amazon.
Yeah.
Something like that. All right. So basically, you went to Toys R Us and your mom discovered like the Archie comic, and she showed it to you. And would you say it all kind of started from there? Is that when your collection really began?
It did. I started buying the comics, month after month, and I actually was lucky enough to get eBay pretty early on. I remember I first signed up in eBay. We got a computer in, I want to say, late '97. I remember signing up for eBay in '98.
Oh, okay.
So I was 9 years old.
Would you say the majority of your resources came from eBay?
A lot of them did originally before '99. But a lot of my merchandise before '99 did come from eBay. That didn't include comics. The Sonic Bank, the board game.
I had that.
All that stuff came from eBay. But yeah, have you guys seen that inflatable display I have? This like Sonic sitting on the spring.
Yeah, I saw it the other day. It looks like Sonic's like flicking you off.
That's what everybody says. Like everybody asks if he's like flicking you off, but it just looks like that. He's like holding up the, waving his finger, but it's like attached to his head, so it doesn't just like fall down. That was from eBay. I remember I bought that. I was 10 years old.
What is the history behind that inflatable? What was it originally used for?
It was outside of Babbage's, I believe it was, or Funko Land, one of them.
Wow.
To promote Sonic 1, I believe it was. Sonic 1 or 2. The seller I bought it from, I still remember to this day, had that one, and then he had a 20-foot display. And
what was the 20-foot display?
There's pictures of it online. I want to say Galloping Ghost Arcade over in Chicago actually has one. Somebody actually like spray painted all over it though.
Looking this up. Okay, inflatable Sonic, Babbage's.
It's unfortunate.
If you're searching for it, don't put Babbage's. Just put inflatable Sonic display.
Well, you're the first thing that pops up. So
yeah, but put like Galloping Ghost.
There's the one from the Thanksgiving parade. Whoops.
I'll have that one day.
That one.
Where are you going to put that?
Storage, whatever.
At the size of storage, sure.
Okay, I mean, like it would be cool if you could keep it inflated somewhere, like if you had like one of these big warehouses. Okay,
one day I might.
One day, all right. I'll hold you to that.
I'm ambitious.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, you started using eBay, I imagine, with your parents' permission at the age of, you said 9 or 10. What would you say was your first item? You said it wasn't the inflatable Sonic. It was the bank.
my first item, I think, was the Talking Sonic plush.
Oh, okay.
The one that screams Sega.
Whoa, we're going in deep here, man. Okay.
I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Huh. Do you know who the manufacturer was on that one?
I don't remember off the top of my head. But basically, he pressed his stomach and he did the Sega scream.
Okay. This is before like Jaleel White or Ryan Drummond or anybody voiced him.
Yes. And actually, the battery died inside of it for quite a while, for years actually. So like whenever you pressed his stomach, it just sounded like he was like burping or farting or something. and Barry Evans, Sonic 1992, another collector who's like probably I would say the top Sonic collector. He actually came over and I visited him a couple times, and he actually came to visit me, and he fixed it. He basically made an incision in the plush's ass, I guess, and pulled out the voice box, changed the batteries, and sewed it back up, and good as new, does the Sega scream again.
There it is. Actually, it says that this is from 1997. It might be
the plush.
Yeah, it was my first time from eBay, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was that old.
Oh, okay.
I see. Okay, so I'm looking at it. This is aside from like your copy of it. I found another one right here. It's from 1987.
And that's one thing to remember too, is outside of the comics, there really wasn't that much physical Sonic merchandise released before the late 90s. Like in the mid 90s, I think we only had like the birthday supplies, the cereal promos from like Cookie Crisp.
There was Sonic Pasta from Chefware D, and
the Chefware D pasta, the board game.
I had the original doll that came out in America.
Did you? The cow toy?
Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh wow! No, it was the same actually. The same one, the same people that published this, the Talking Sonic one, but mine didn't talk. So I had Sonic and Tails. Or I mean, they're still at my parents' house, but yeah, let's see, Talking Sonic.
So it went from there to eBay, and then I guess eventually the next step was I'm trying to put together the timeline here. Is that
the next step was the release of the Dreamcast?
Okay.
So that's when Toys R Us started getting stuff. Toys R Us, KB Toys. They got the Resource figures, the Toy Island figures. So the collection really grew there, and then I started getting a lot of like advertisements. The Hollywood Video poster. I'm sure you guys have seen that.
Yeah.
Hollywood Video poster.
Yeah, the one that's in the Modern Sonic room.
Oh, okay. That one. Okay. I'd have to go look it up.
It says rent it now. It was an advertisement. It was there. It was in Hollywood Video before the Dreamcast came out. Yeah, I remember Toys R Us and KB Toys had Sonic toys for quite a while because they went from Sonic Adventure, which the Resource was the big thing in 99, and then in 2000 Toy Island became the big thing, and then after that Sonic X came out and they re-released the Toy Island line. Then they did like the Space Fighters, the Metal Force. That was up until like 2005, and then for about 3 or 4 years, it kind of went dry, and then that's when Jazzwares popped up with all their figures.
And you see, because what happened with me, my basic timeline is I kind of really gave up on Sonic after Spinball because he didn't really have a proper game on like the Sega Saturn. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, eventually I converted over to PlayStation, and I never converted over to Dreamcast. I never owned it. I mean, Mark has, of course, owned it, but I guess my kind of question here is, what is it you think that's kept you, engaged in staying with the Sonic brand opposed to like being, I guess, a Mario collector or something?
Well, now you said after the Genesis era, you said Saturn didn't really have that many Sonic games or whatever, but you're correct on that. But after Genesis, I went to PC. And they had a lot of, they had Sonic R, they had Sonic and Knuckles Collection. I did get Sonic Jam. So I was playing all those while everybody else was playing their PlayStations and Nintendo 64s, which I never had at the time.
What about Sega Saturn?
I actually didn't have a Sega Saturn either. Bought the games, but I didn't have the system. like a lot of the time, like the Sega Saturn was released, Sega Genesis was kind of still going. So, there was also Knuckles Chaotix, like you said, Sonic CD.
I love Knuckles Chaotix.
Yep. I loved it too. And then they had Sonic Pocket Adventure on Neo Geo Pocket. I remember buying that on release day.
They have that too, yeah. That's pretty good.
Okay, so you've never really ever given up on Sonic?
No.
In general. Okay. If it wasn't for that one loop you couldn't get through in the very beginning, if that was your only memory of it, then yeah, maybe you wouldn't be where you are today.
What have you
Can
had
I say that
loop?
Yeah.
What were you saying, Mark?
I said, what have you had actually managed to get through that loop on the first try? Maybe his collection will be double the size.
I know.
Hey.
I was started collecting earlier with like issue like 10 or something.
Yeah.
Just managed to get to that loop, man.
Or maybe it's a self-determined thing. Maybe you were supposed to get stuck on that loop. Otherwise, it wouldn't have triggered the collection. If you got through it, you're like, oh, that was a fun game.
Yeah, my friend would have invited me over and I'd been like, oh, Sonic, I played that already.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's play that new, let's play
Golden Axe.
Donkey Kong Country 3.
So anyway, what really... I mean, I understandably so up to this point in your timeline, you have a very fond interest in Sonic, but what really inspired you to start this massive collection? I mean, what prior to this, were you collecting anything else, and are you still other than Sonic, or is it a habitual thing that you have to have all these items, or what is that?
I did collect stuff before Sonic. I don't know. I was always a collector. I remember like when I was really little, like in diapers, I remember I was buying all the Thomas the Tank Engine toys. And, like I said, I was collecting Beast Wars that day that my mom found that comic.
Yeah.
So I guess it was kind of like, a natural thing for me. And I wanted to leave a lot of stuff in the package, especially with Sonic. And, while I've been collecting Sonic, I've also collected other stuff. I don't know if you guys have seen, but I've also got a Lord of the Rings collection, a huge Dragon Ball collection, different stuff like that. And I don't know, like really with Sonic, it was just fun. It was fun. And also one thing I always did like about Sonic is that they just didn't they didn't have it everywhere.
It wasn't as ubiquitous.
You didn't just like you would go in Toys R Us in the the early mid 2000s, whatever, and you would see like an entire aisle of like Mario, Nintendo, Pokemon, whatever, and then you'd see like a small little section for Sonic. And if you didn't buy like this one figure pack here, you might never find it again. And I thought that was fun. Whereas like Pokemon and Mario and all that was like so readily available. It was like more of a hunt,
Oddly enough, yeah, like in the early to mid '90s, the Sonic license was just varied across so many different companies that there wasn't anything. There wasn't like a lot of official merchandise, as you were saying. So a lot of it was kind of one shot product lines.
And I think that's what a lot of what I liked about it is there was a challenge to it. It was fun finding like these figures and like going online and talking to these other collectors, like have you found the Super Shadow figure? No, I keep finding a million Super Triple Packs. Well, I haven't found any Super Triple Packs, but I'm finding a million Super Shadows.
Would you say it's still kind of like that today, or
kind of? Yeah.
Not? Okay.
Like for instance, I talk to my friend Barry every day, Sonic 1992, and Alan Houston. We're finding these like framed Sonic pictures. I don't know if you guys saw that post at like these discount stores, and the one that I really want, he's found. That's the only one he's found. And then there's like a bunch of like cheaper ones that are just like framed pictures of like Sonic box art. And I found like 6 of those and he hasn't found any. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sonic popcorn shop.
I'll find that one day. If you guys ever see it for sale over there, let me know.
Can you even find that here, Mark?
I have physically seen it. Not for sale. I have physically seen it, like running
in Osaka, right?
There is one. I did see one in Osaka. Yeah,
I've heard there's one in Osaka. I didn't know at the time that I went, but if I go back to Osaka, which I really want to, I'm definitely going to try to find it.
Wait a minute, Mark. Where in Osaka is this? Den Town?
it can be found in Den Town. Yeah.
Okay.
So in India, essentially near over in Osaka, like in the area. Actually, there is a Nihonbashi area in Osaka, which is the equivalent to being Akihabara.
Right.
So I believe you can find it out there.
Do you remember that, or do you know of that Mandarake that's out there? Mandarake Grand Chaos?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I found some really cool Sonic items there.
Were they overpriced? I think a lot of things are over. Okay, good. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess it depends which Mandarake you go to. Sometimes I see things that are massively overpriced, and then there's some that are like rather like, really? It seems like it's underpriced. Mostly, like, it seems like the toys from the US are the ones that are always underpriced. Sometimes. But I guess it's case by case. I mean, you've been to Nakano Broadway before, right?
I have not.
You've not? Okay, well, you're in for a real treat.
So that's another thing, too, is I didn't really know about Mandarake until the second time I visited. I left Tokyo, went to Osaka, and I actually found it on Google. Or no, I'm sorry, a friend of mine that lives there actually told me about it. And then I like Google Maps Mandarake, and I was so mad that there's like 5 in Tokyo and I didn't go. But they do put they do put most of their inventory online, so I still buy from there pretty frequently. So
really?
I try to keep up with what they have.
I see.
Yeah, like at the one in Osaka, there was actually 2 things I wanted at the time, but I could only buy one because the wife was with me and she was already giving me funny looks for spending like for blowing our budget on Sonic toys. So basically, I bought like one of the 2 items and then, came home and went online and brought the other one.
Hey, don't worry. I mean, my girlfriend the other day just told me. She said, "I used to like Sonic until he took you from me."
Yeah.
Like, what is that supposed to mean? So it's fine. I get it.
I'm single, so I can spend all my money on dumb crap.
Okay, so going back a little bit here to the timeline. So then the Dreamcast era came out. You still stuck with the Hedgehog, and then moving on. I imagine eventually, as normally somebody progresses in their life, they go to, they graduate from school and then they go to college. And I imagine this eventually led to your first Sonic room, or is there anything in between before in this timeline that you feel like is an important part of your Sonic collection?
The Sonic room actually didn't change for quite a while. Like the room I had at my house when I was growing up, actually, I just kept adding and adding to it. After I graduated, I still stayed at home for quite a while until I met my wife. And that was the first time I actually changed rooms.
Okay. And so you have like, do you have just like, you have a couple of rooms for based upon
Now
Sonic?
I do. For a while there, I just had an apartment. So I did have like one decent sized room. Now I have 2 rooms plus a hallway, I guess you could call it.
And the one that you always post pictures on your Instagram, that's basically the Sonic room.
Yes, that's the classic room and the modern room.
Mm.
And you're saying that you have other collections like Dragon Ball Z and what was the other one you mentioned?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
And those don't have their own rooms? Are they in like storage or something?
No, I save one side of the modern room just for like all my non-Sonic stuff.
Sonic Cosmo Fighter Galaxy Patrol.
What is that, Mark?
Sonic Cosmo Fighter Galaxy Patrol.
What's that?
This was a Sonic arcade game where it had like a little car you could get in.
So a friend of mine actually has both of those, the Sonic patrol car and the Sonic spaceship arcade game.
Yeah, so there's a patrol car and also the spaceship.
Yep, and I remember when he was moving back in like 2016 or 17, I remember. I was actually on FaceTime with him and he's like, look, these things are huge. He's like, for $3,000, I think it was, I'll send you both of them right now. He's in the US. He's up in Wisconsin. And, I was on FaceTime with him actually in the car. We were in the car and, I wasn't driving, by the way.
That's not how they do it in Florida.
If he had said that while you were driving, you wouldn't be with us today.
Right. So I kind of side eye my wife, and I just kind of glance over at her, and she's giving me that look.
Like, what the?
And I was like, why'd you have to tell me that now? Why didn't you just sell them to me, and then when they show up at the door, I could say they were $10.
Hey, you gotta buy when the iron is hot, or when the situation is right?
Dude, $3,000 for both of those, that's a steal. I would buy them right now. I would have them in my apartment right now. I
would too.
Could you?
Oh my gosh! So you didn't get them? No.
No, I did not.
Oh, you didn't get them. Oh.
Oh no. Well, where are they now?
He still has them.
Oh shit! Can I still buy them?
No, he's not selling them anymore.
No.
Why has he decided not to sell them anymore?
He actually does a game show now on YouTube, and it's pretty awesome actually.
What's the name of the show?
The Game Show Game. He does YouTube and Twitch.
That's it?
Mostly Twitch, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a pretty awesome game show. You can actually win physical Sonic prizes and stuff.
Can we win the patrol car?
Maybe one day.
He probably doesn't want to sell it now. Well, anyway, so I guess due to the size of this collection, have you ever been given any kind of awards, or have you made into any record books with the size of this collection?
I've not. I've tried to get into Guinness World Records. I was actually in contact with somebody for quite a while trying to do it. I basically made an Excel sheet of everything I had, and took pictures of everything I had, and basically linked the Excel sheet up with the corresponding number on the pictures. But I guess it was too confusing, and they wanted actual video of every single item, and me actually saying what every item is, what number it is. And by that point, I do work a lot. My job requires me to put in a lot of hours. By that point, I had already put 40 hours in accounting and everything like that. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. I don't care.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, next to that, I mean, how do you keep track of this massive collection? I mean, do you have charts? Do you have listings you make? And on top of that, do you have any doubles or repeats of things you've
I don't have an actual list of everything I have. That's on my bucket list. That's one thing I want to do eventually. The only thing is the time constraints, to make a list of everything I have, it would just take a long time. I get 3 weeks of vacation a year, but I would have to use an entire week of vacation just for that. And I just kind of don't want to do it.
No, and, I completely understand.
I know off the top of my head everything I have. So that's one thing I can remember, everything I have and how I got it. But as an actual numbered item count, I don't have that anymore. When I did the Guinness record, it was 1900 and something, and that was in 2017. So I want to say now it's well into 22 or 2300. But it's, there's no awards or anything. I'm pretty sure even if we really were to do an unofficial award, I probably would not have the biggest collection. And I also don't do repeats. I don't with the constraints as far as root spacing and everything. I don't even do packaging variants. So if it's the newest Jax figures, they had a re-release at Walmart with a 30th anniversary packaging, and I did not buy those.
What about regional variants?
No.
Well, really? I'm surprised.
Well, that's when.
No, if it's a toy that got released in the United States that got a different packaging but the same figure over in UK or Japan, I tend to not buy them. If it's a game, that's different. Because usually on a game like Sonic 1, for example, or Sonic 3, the box art from the US to the UK to Japan was totally different. Yeah,
the Japanese Nichols Chaotix box art is really cool.
Yes, it's awesome.
Do you have a copy of the Japanese?
No.
Yeah.
I wish. Now I gotta go find one.
I want to get one. Yeah.
Is that you could find it what's that place called? What called? It's a hot potato, super potato.
Super potato.
Yeah. Do they have it there for an outrageous price?
I've seen it Well, actually, I'm not going to say where. I'm not going to say where I've seen it because I want to buy it myself. So sorry. But
That's smart. That's smart. No, it's smart, Mark. It's smart.
Did you see it at Super Potato?
It's not a Super Potato.
It isn't.
It is not. But it is somewhere in Akihabara. But I got like one more week till payday, and it's mine.
So it's book off.
Well, I'm not going to say. But
yeah,
I'm just joking.
That's what a smart collector would do. Did you ever used to do that thing where like you'd see something and then you'd hide it so nobody else would buy it?
I've never done that. No.
Okay. My dad used to do that all the time because he's like a huge book collector. Yeah,
that's pretty funny actually. If I went to like say like a used game store and I found a copy of a particular game I wanted to buy, I would kind of like I can't buy this till next week until I get paid, so I'm just going to kind of hide it like over here behind these other games.
Did it work? Did they find it?
I did. But I wanted this is maybe back like in the very in the early, maybe late '90s, early 2000s when I was a kid, and there probably weren't as many other people looking for retro games.
Right. So it seems like there's a lot of like other Sonic collectors out there. Yet, I'd argue that your name seems to be one of the most popular out there. Can you name like some other Sonic collectors out there that we should be following?
Definitely Sonic 1992. Barry.
Okay. You said Barry Evans. You said his name was?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I've definitely got a lot of ideas and everything from him. He's definitely like what he's done with his collection is basically like what I've always tried to aim for with his displays and all that stuff. The way he has it laid out and organized is amazing.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think I saw an Instagram story of yours where you and what's his name? G to the next level.
Yeah, he was there. Yep.
Okay, and he's another major Sonic collector as well.
Mm-hmm. Perfect Chaos 007 from Twitter. He actually lives in Florida too, over on the East Coast. He has a pretty cool collection. There's several of them. Will Medved, who I told you hosts the game show game.
Right.
He has some pretty cool stuff. A lot of collectors over in the UK. Adam Tuff, Dave Ludi, Sarah, Orange Hedgehog is her name. Yeah, a lot of people over there.
Okay, so it seems like for me, because like when I was doing this show, the primary reason why I wanted to start it was just because I recently just got back into Sonic, due to like the movie, and I guess Mania as well kind of inspired me to get back into it. And the biggest thing was I would find all these people involved, like people like yourself, because I think I've been following you for quite some time, and I guess, is the experience kind of similar? Do you often find new collectors all the time?
Oh yeah, especially in the recent years. Like Perfect Chaos is a prime example. He's one of the ones that didn't start collecting until a couple years ago, and now he has a huge collection. And that's been one of the best things about Sonic collecting to me over the years is just all the people you meet. Last time when I traveled over there, I went to Sega Fest over in Akihabara, and I met a Sonic collector that lived in Japan. At the same event, and then there was one from Australia that was there. One from the one from the UK that had moved to Japan was there. So there were several Sonic collectors from all these different several different countries meeting up in Japan.
What do you think it is about your Sonic collection in particular that engages so many people online?
A lot of it's the presentation, I guess, and then the one of a kind items.
Oh, right. Kind of like those new, what do you call them? The bling? The new bling that Sonic...
Oh, yeah, the King Ice.
I saw that you just posted one on your Instagram just a couple hours ago, or no?
Yeah, I'm still wearing it. I haven't taken it off.
Really? The one I liked was the Shadow one. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool. I only got the Sonic one so far, but I'll get the rest eventually.
I will eventually get the Sonic 2 one.
Don't get that one. If anybody knows what that is, people probably give you weird looks.
Speaking of which, Justin, do you have any Sonic 2 or Christian related merchandise?
I do not.
Any interest?
Not really.
And I don't even want to touch that with a 500-foot pole. I don't know. I don't want to touch it. All right, I want to thank everybody for listening. Thank you again. If I guess we could plug our things. So you can find me at twitch.tv/radculture. Sometimes I stream Sonic games. Usually I try to shoot for Wednesdays if you want to come hang out with me. I also do another show called Why Come Japan, where I interview people who come to Japan and what creativity they produce and what they do here in Japan. You can also follow me on my YouTube channel, just Radrey. So, and Mark?
I am Mark. You can find me on Instagram. I actually am Super Famicom, one word, on Instagram. And I do Twitch sometimes, and recently been playing through Chrono Trigger. My Twitch would be Famicom Mark. So 2 M's, Mark with a C. So, but I'm not that interesting. So hey.
Well, you have a better following than I do on Twitch, so I don't know about that, but all right.
Hey.
All right.
Anyway, thank you very much, Justin, for coming by.
Thanks, Justin. Thanks for joining the show. It was great
Thanks for having me. It's been very fun. If you guys want to find me, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, Treasure Hunting Sonic, and Twitter is Sonic Toy Hunter.
Cool. Thank you, Justin.
All right. Thank you, Justin. All right. Stay tuned next week for more interviews. See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Like, you know Sonic X, right? Have you seen all of Sonic X?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
What? Man.
What is it? We on this podcast, we've been trying to find somebody who likes Chris Thorndike. So far, we haven't found anyone, or at least I haven't found anyone who really likes that character. But we found someone who thought they were okay. But I don't know. Do you like that character? Are you a fan?
No.
Oh. They're out there somewhere.
Yeah, we got to find them.
If you like Chris Thorndike, please feel free to come on the show and
we can talk about it.
Please tell us why.